and he gets retweeted a lot, and I fucking clicked on him, and it says he's a comedian. I think he's a comedian.
Yeah.
And he follows like 8 billion people and not me.
Oh, it's the worst. I on Facebook today wrote that if I comment on your post, I'll allow you to use me in your bio. So take advantage that I commented. But I told them they can't. I go, that doesn't give you the opportunity to approach me in real life.
I knew I was in trouble when Ken Krantz said he'd advocate for me.
I'm going to unblock you, but these fucking people all think they're whatever.
Boss, just to let you know, we're recording just in case. I don't know where you're going.
You can't hurt this. You can't hurt this career anymore. Whatever I say, whatever I fucking say.
I just don't want you to get canceled.
What was he gonna say? What were we gonna say?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I was just talking about followers. That's all.
Yeah, well, what about them? You don't like them?
Not my fan base. I want Brian Regan's fan base. Just nice fucking people that are peaceful and listen to, no controversy.
Yeah, but that's not your act.
I'm a chameleon, Kevin. I do what
you're the edgiest. You're the first guy on the Def Jam, so that's what you're gonna get. Guy. You're the edgiest.
That doesn't make me edgy. It makes me a sellout.
I would fucking if I could write like a B act, just like so I could work a cruise ship or go to. I always wanted to go to Antarctica. I thought it'd be funny to play that fucking McMurdo station. And then but they wouldn't like me. They would fucking hate me. I wish I had I had the presence to be able to write just fucking garbage jokes that cruise ships buy, just as a reason to go places where they wouldn't like my real act.
Yeah, sometimes I'll come up with a bit. I go, this will absolutely work. And then I'll do it and it doesn't even work at all. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, you can't even get this easy shit to work. It's like, you're the worst comic ever. And then I write some bit that I'm like, this has no chance. And then it'll work. So it's like, Voss, you can't help yourself. You're always going to be Voss. What are you going to do? And your fans are funny. I don't know why you shit on your fans. I hate to start the show like, you're a fucking baby, if you ask me.
No.
You block way too many people. Chad does the same thing. You can't block people. That's what Twitter's about. Unless they go after your wife or kids.
Well,
let me say your kids.
Okay.
They can go after your wife.
Well, no, here's the thing. All right. Okay. Relax standing outside this fucking the Capitol building. What I'm saying is, okay, I do believe in freedom of speech, obviously, because it's what I do for a living. But when you hear the same thing from the same fucking people year after year, sometimes if it's funny, I don't block them. But if they're gonna if it's, first of all, if you comment on my feed and it's negative and you don't follow me, that's an automatic block. Why the fuck would I let your negativity on my fucking feed and you're not even following me?
Yeah, but don't you think that empowers them? Like, okay, he read it. He blocked me. That's like the worst thing you can do is acknowledge it.
I know that's what Bonnie says, but guess what? It does empower them, but it still gives me a good feeling.
Well, you also have that since the Tough Crowd days where you live in a circle of ball busters and you're kind of a whipping boy position. It's the same problem I have where my fans think, oh, I can be edgy just by saying fucking, cunt, retard, and putting as many bad words into a sentence with no fucking point to it. Like I get those emails of guys that think they're funny trying to emulate me, and you go, oh wait, this guy just said I inspired him to do stand-up, and he sent me his first open mic, and it's fucking garbage and offensive. What's up with fat chicks on Facebook? And like, I inspired this.
Sorry about that, Doug.
Well, I'm glad
fat chicks on Facebook. I mean, what is what with them?
What's that?
It's fat chicks in general on fucking Twitter and Facebook. You can't. They're annoying because they got a lot of things to say, and it's just whatever. Anywho,
Hey,
Thought I had
Kevin,
something
tell
No,
Doug
I
about
mean,
the.
I don't like white women on fucking social media because it's like that's their chance to, it's like, hey, you got to listen to me and shut up. They're just you can't. And then whatever. Like I said something about teachers yesterday or a couple 4 days ago, and they go nuts because it's like all these fucking, social justice warriors will just come at you, and it's just. But I like it. I got nothing else going on, so I like it. I like it. Even if a guy sends me a shitty set of his open mic, I'll watch it. I got nothing else to do. So I'm like, yeah, bring it on.
Listen, I've got
So Doug, forward them to me if you get them. I'll send you my email and you forward because I seriously, I got my kids. They're boring as fuck. And I'm done. I'm done. My wife, 16 years of nothing, no progress, same fights over and over. I'm done.
No, hey, listen, Kevin, we used to on our podcast tell open micers to send us our videos and we'll fucking critique them. And all we did was fucking just smash them and call them fucking hacks, and they loved it. And because we were paying attention to them. But a lot of these, okay, so you're saying you like trolls on.
Well, a lot of times they're funny. A lot of times I'll see someone will troll you. I'll think it's funny. You block them, and then that the fight's over. And
not
that's
all the
fun
time
for me.
If it's funny to me, see, it might be funny to you because you only read one, that type of joke one time. But if I read it 5,000 times, it gets a little fucking played out. Be original, be funny. I fucking, if you're funny, you don't get blocked. Fuck it. Listen, I don't like them. What do you want me to do?
I thought they were just being. That was like their way of like reaching out to you because they
No,
like Doug said, you're from the tough crowd guys, and
yes, Opie and
like
Anthony.
fucking Jeff Ross.
Opie and Anthony.
His podcast. His podcast is called Thick Skin, and he blocked me on fucking Twitter because I said he raped somebody.
Oh,
Who did?
Because you
Jeff
said
Ross Live Schultz, just because I said that he probably raped somebody, statutory rape, not rape. But he blocked me. So what the fuck is that? I thought his podcast was called Thick Skin, and he's the Roastmaster General, but he doesn't have thick skin. That's my point. Don't act like you have thick skin and then don't. Because I think to my point, I don't know why I'm shitting on you. I guess because Jeff Ross is not here. The reason, I mean, you're a tough guy. You're a tough crowd O&A guy. You should block nobody. I tell Chad's a professional fucking troll, and then he'll block people. It's like you can't be a dick and then block people. That's like starting a fight and running from the fucking fight. You got to stay with the fight. You don't, Rich. You make up your own rules, but I from my opinion, is you should stay with the fight.
I get what you're saying, and I do fight some, but you can't fight 20 or 30 a day or 10 a day or 5 a week, whatever. It's just, who gives a fuck? It's social media. It's for fucking kids anyhow. It's bullshit. I used to go into a club and work, and they would hire me because I was funny, not because of my fucking dumb social media. So fuck social media, fuck them, and just there you have it. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm not the king or great on Twitter. Let me tell you, if you're in a club and you say something to me, I'm going to beat you fucking down. All right, but I'm not going to do it all day on fucking Twitter. That's all. There. Is that a good enough answer for this fucking Bodak podcast?
I just wanted to get him. I just wanted to get him going. We only have 2 games to fucking.
I'm the captain.
I'm
Is that
done.
a toothpick in your mouth?
I lost.
Can I tell you about sports betting? How unfucking lucky. What a fucking loser I am. Well, one, when I used to gamble on sports.
Hang on, Voss. Is that a toothpick in your mouth, or is that gum?
Gum, Nicorette.
All right, it's just because it looked like a toothpick you're about to swallow in the middle of a rant.
Wait, you're still doing? How long you been not smoking?
How long have I not been smoking? I
Yeah.
think 15 or 16 years.
And you still Nicorette it?
Yeah, I love Nicorette gum. I love it. The
All right.
fucking nicotine.
That's so Mark Maron of you.
Oh, I am sitting on a stool when I do comedy. Holy fuck. He's morphed into my body. Why, does he chew Nicorette gum too?
He used to. It used to be that when his podcast first got big and people listened to it, Like the first 9 minutes was him about fucking Nicorette gum and quitting smoking, and you'd fast forward to the guest.
Oh.
Yeah, literally everybody says the same thing about his show. They never listen to his preamble, and they would cut to the guest.
That's weird because I never listened to his show at all. So
I haven't either. My wife.
Come on,
listens to it,
I
though.
think all of us listened to the Carlos Mencia part 1 and 2, and then the Robin Williams, because he's gonna call him out for fucking being joke thieves, and then after that he got huge, and then no one cared.
Wait, which one? Who do you call a joke thief? Robin Williams?
Well, yeah, Robin Williams copped to being a fucking joke thief when he was a cokehead, and Mencia, of course. Every comic had to have listened to the Mencia if you were a comic at that point.
I think I was still an open micer. No, I think I heard a clip, but I still didn't listen to it because I think I listened to when Steve Trevino was on. Did he come on too or something like that?
Yeah, talking about Carlos Mencia being a joke thief.
But was Carlos on? He was on first, and then they have Steve Trevino on.
I don't remember the batting order from that decade. That's a good segue back into Rich Voss sports betting.
but it's like one week in basketball back in the day, I picked 12 out of 14 losers in basketball. It's almost impossible. Yeah. My daughters were in the hospital. Both of them, they were like 4-2 with asthma. And I'm watching Ohio State versus UNLV in basketball and the spread. And I missed it because some guy missed both foul shots and I screamed in the hospital. I'm just not lucky. So this fucking year.
I didn't know you were at the hospital. That is a good story. I thought you were just watching them at home.
No, this was years
ago. Good story.
This year I bet on one fucking game. One game. And I had some good picks this year. I bet on one game and I took the fucking Rams over the Jets. The only game the fucking Jets won this year was against the fucking Rams. It's almost impossible to pick that. It's almost impossible.
You should have a betting line where you just put it out and everybody knows not to pick it, like the reverse.
I'm the mush of fucking sports betting.
I'm down $20 in my sports book account online. BetOnline.ag is who I use. Yep. So for this season, I'm down $20.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I bet $50, that's a huge bet.
Doug, what games did you win last week?
I remember I bet I won Green Bay, lost Kansas City. I bet against my heart on 3 of the games. Green Bay was the only one I was rooting for that I bet on. I bet against who I was rooting on, and who's the other games? Fucking Bills played. They won 17-3. Yeah, I won that one, and
Buccaneers.
Wait, no, I lost that one because I bet against my fucking heart. So yeah, and then what was the fourth one?
Kansas City, Cleveland.
I was really fucking drunk this weekend. We set up a mimosa bar where we just bought shitloads of champagne with like 12 different mixers. So you could have like banana or cherry mimosas or pineapple. Yeah. So we started early. I don't remember the late games at all, both days. So I won 2, I lost 2. So you take out the fucking juice, I lost.
Have you thought about like making your town like a Dollywood?
Yes, I think about a lot of things. Between 3 and 7 drinks,
I
have delusions of grandeur.
No, you were social distancing. You're way ahead of the curve on that. So now you just make it a destination where people on their way to Mexico or from Mexico, they just stop in your town and they get a daiquiri.
Well, we have a stage. I've filmed 2 specials in here. One of mine, Andy Andrus, new one. Yeah, we put fucking 25 people in this house with a little tiny stage big enough for one person, and yeah, we've talked about doing that. Like, I get a guest house, you can fucking rent it out. We can put fucking 8 people in here, social distanced.
I wanted to do that in my backyard, put a stage and open up a fucking just like a weekend club or do whatever, and maybe get like 10 black comics and Michelle Wolf, who thinks she's the new Patty Hearst, and fucking
what the fuck does that? What does that mean? What does that mean? The new Patty Hearst?
You don't see all those photos of her with Chappelle and all the
Yeah,
crew.
so wait, she's been like taken hostage?
I'm saying it looks like she's a new Patty Hearst with a Symbionese Liberation Army.
Oh, because she's so white.
Symbionese.
Yeah, but I would love
Wait,
to.
do you like her, Rich?
Yeah, you know what I like? She can hang with like fucking guys at the table that just fucking trash each other all night, and the more she drinks, the more she gets into it. Like her and Andrew Schultz went at it one night. I told you about this, and it was fucking brutal, and
Right.
it was just great. And she'll sit there and fucking just fight to the death. I love that.
I so miss that living here with nobody having even knowledge of comedy, much less being in the business. And you get hammered and you get on a tear and you start busting someone's balls, and then you have to apologize and send a fucking gift basket the next day going, sorry, I just miss comics a lot. I thought you could take it.
See, they don't really have that in LA, because if in LA, if you do that, you think you're going to hurt your career. We were sitting, I don't know, I think I told you this, Kevin. We were sitting in the cellar one night and Russell Peters walks in with his entourage. And he had this little fucking double-breasted pea coat, but it was a jacket. It came up high,
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that.
And he came in wearing that, and right the second he walked in, my eyes, Keith, Robinson, Bonnie said he looked like the little boy on Boardwalk Empire, and we just fucking smashed him. And none of his crew would laugh, because they thought they'd get fired. So he came in the next night loaded. He must have wrote fucking jokes about us. He came in fucking just pounding the next night. We didn't give a fuck who he was, and it's just that you that back table there, how brutal it could be, Kevin. Chad, if maybe, so one day we'll get you a guest spot to sit at that table, Chad.
I've sat at that table.
So
I performed at the Village. Hey, Kevin, Kevin, tell Doug about the shirt he inspired for you that you're selling.
Oh yeah, where is it? No, because let me just get it. God damn it.
Yeah, Doug, you inspired Kevin to make shirts, and it's a hot seller. He's selling them. I'll have him pitch it to you.
Doug, I got to get the name of this bit you do. I listen to it on the radio. It's so fucking fun. You do about third world guy going to prison in this country and calling home. It's mother, they have running water and stuff. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. In fact, that's the bit I was thinking of when Neil was talking earlier about I go, that sounds like too much like a bit. That doesn't sound like mine. That sounds like just a fucking a bit.
Uh-huh.
And my manager's like, no, you have to keep it. Oh, it's so good.
It's one of the funniest. It's so fucking funny. Dude, third world guy going to an American prison.
Yeah, letters home from a fucking third world person
Is that
in
what
an
it's
American
called?
prison.
Kevin,
I
what's
can practice homosexuality openly here without being stoned to death.
It's so fucking funny.
Neil has AIDS.
Oh my God.
Neil has AIDS t-shirt. I also have a Chad Zumock, a whole line. NMLCpod.com.
Wait, how was I an inspiration for that?
Well,
Because I used to sell polo shirts that just had a little emblem on a nice golfy polo shirt, but in small letters it said cancer awareness.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you'd really have to look to notice it. And the only time someone did it was a flight attendant. And I said, it's to raise awareness because it's a serious disease. And she just left it
Stupid
alone.
fucking cunt flight attendant. They got nothing else to do. They get real close in your face. No, because the last time you're on, you asked, how come Neil looks like he always has AIDS? So I'm like, well, Doug Stanhope knows Neil looks like he has AIDS, because I don't even know if you have Wi-Fi down there. I'm joking, of course, but I'm just guessing you're a little bit out of the loop. So I thought, well, if Doug Stanhope knows that Neil has AIDS or looks like he has AIDS, then there must be like a common joke. So I just made it as a t-shirt, and it's a hot seller.
Are they moving? You moving product?
Yeah, I'm moving some merch.
Yeah, we're
Just
making a
makes me
line of
laugh
disease
too. It makes me laugh.
shirts.
And then when flight attendants go, who's Neil? I go, it's my brother.
All right, because I've had this idea since fucking 2004. Someone actually sent me some artwork, and I can't get fucking Chaley, my tour manager, to make the shirt that are just disease T-shirts. It just says like juvenile diabetes with an exclamation mark and some 1970s happy fonts, Parkinson's disease, and there's a fucking sunrise. So I finally got fucking Tracy to get on this last night. I bitched about it for the billionth time. Why won't you just make these fucking T-shirts? And she's like, just go directly through me. Don't go through Chaley. And I just sent that. And all of a sudden you have a fucking Neil has AIDS shirt. And I'm like, do you know this fucking old canard from my bitching about why won't you make my disease T-shirts? Especially now after coronavirus is going, we're going to long for the fucking diseases of yore.
Exactly. No, yeah, you got to cut out the middle, man. You got to do it yourself. You do it yourself, because you do it yourself. The guy does it. I tell the guy what I want. He makes it, and I have him within 2 weeks. So it's much better than asking somebody to do it or waiting for some.
But that's their job. That's where they make their money, is selling the fucking merch.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, and nobody in the pandemic, everybody's saying, oh, it's, there's a slowdown. Not with my guy. I tell him within 2 days, he has a fucking design, and then I can order them. And so it's just bad. I'm just learning. I'm just a kid learning the ropes out here.
But here's what's great. I mean, headliners, like, you could have CDs, shirts, whatever you want. But you ever been on a road with a middle act that will sell any fucking thing? I had one guy selling candy bars. He did a little bit. And next thing you know, after the show, he's selling fucking candy bars. I can't tell you how many middle acts sell condoms with their fucking little slogan on it.
Oh, fucking Andy Andrist. I'd bring him and he'd just like go to the thrift store and buy a bunch of shit and then set up a yard sale in the fucking lobby.
That's fucking cool, though.
It was fucking hilarious.
Todd Glass used to, I think, sell napkins that he would take off the table or something from the show.
Hedberg used to have a joke where he say, a lot of comics sell T-shirts after the show or a CD of their act. I sell houses. It's a much harder sell, but if I sell just one, I get a load of money.
Yeah, I had one guy. I was in Minnesota, and the guy goes, "You mind if I sell?" He goes, "You mind if I sell some, a T-shirt or what?" I don't know how he asked me, but anyway, on a Thursday, he has like 5 or 6 fucking, and it took him like the whole end of his set to just do all the T-shirts, and then. And I think I had one, and then everybody, it was just like, come on, man. Then I'm like, what are we? Are we even comics? And then so then it became a big guy. I said, well, you can sell 1, you can't sell 5. It's just stupid. And then the club owner, fucking that guy at the mall in Minnesota. The guy's like, and then I was like labeled a troublemaker in the upper
hard to work
Northwest.
with.
Yeah, because I was like a dick. And then I remember my agent called me at 8 a.m. He goes, I'm like, come on. I go, I don't even care now. But it's like, if you're selling that much merch, then are you a comic? Or are you a traveling salesman?
Yeah, I had a guy that had a whole suitcase from shot glasses, and I went up and I just fucking did 5 minutes smashing his fucking, he had roast beefs and briskets. What the fuck else can you sell?
We had a friend that we made in Appleton, Wisconsin, the big fat guy, like just grotesquely, point of death, morbidly obese. So we did a benefit CD, me and Andy and Sean Rouse and Lynn Shawcroft.
At Skyline?
Benefit CD. Just burner material. All right, this is no longer in my act. We'll just record this to pay for your stomach stapling. and that happened. And then over the course of, I don't know, a year, he got fat again, but he'd show up at all my shows. He's not on the shows, but he'd sell the fucking remaining fucking limited runs CDs at our merch booth that a show he wasn't even on after he got fat again. And I'm like, this is like if we did a benefit to get you into fucking drug rehab, and then you show up and start selling the CDs for crack money.
So he was selling it and keeping the money?
Yeah, like you had to pay for the stomach stapling. I don't know. We only made like 1,000 units or something. But he'd sell them without even being on the show.
Yeah, it's. What are you gonna do?
Hey, Voss, weren't you selling merch after your roast?
No. Bonnie was doing an unmask with Bennington at the Village Underground to sell her book.
Yeah.
She was doing the unmask, and after that, I went upstairs and sold my CDs at her book.
Fuck, I gotta get her book.
Her book is
Voss, you sold you sold merch after a gala in Montreal.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did, because I was on the gala with you.
I never did a gala. I've never done a gala in Montreal. I never did a gala.
You did. We did a show together, and you were selling merch. I go.
I did. No, I sold merch at the Nasty Show in Montreal. I sold 100 CDs that week. It's not like I was getting money from Montreal.
Jack, I was just gonna say that.
But I never did a gala. But you're right. I did sell them.
You have to sell fucking plasma after you do Montreal if you want any money.
They still owe me $300 from 2 years ago for my flight. They will pay me for that. 300 fucking. I did sell CDs after the Nasty Show, but I never did a gala.
It wasn't a Nasty Show, but it was something. And then I was like, I thought that was a little unorthodox.
It's not unorthodox. Listen to me.
No offense.
I would sell CDs at my daughter's wedding if those people knew me.
Yeah, you sound pretty fucking old when you're complaining about the middle act selling merch.
No, I don't care if they sell merch. It's the dumb merch they sell. If you have a CD, first a CD, then
no, the worst is when they sell it and then they walk by you to go to the fucking merch guy because he's got more merch. He's got more fun merch. And then they go like, hey, good job. And then they run over to the fucking middles table. Who's that guy from Cincinnati, Chad, who does it all the time?
Josh Sneed?
Yeah,
Josh.
I knew the name. I knew the name, and I haven't even heard the name in fucking 15 years.
Josh motherfucking Sneed. I worked with him in fucking Cleveland, and then he actually has a t-shirt company now. He's such a good t-shirt guy. He has a t-shirt company. And and then I think he just did one of those clean comedy not Red Bar. What's it
called?
Dry Bar. He did a Dry Bar special, but he's killing it. But he went the route of I'm a pretty good comic, but I'm really good t-shirt salesman. And then now he's coming back to, I guess, doing comedy. But he had some dumb fucking t-shirt. He did the joke in his act, got a big laugh. It was a stock joke. And then he would sell the t-shirt to black people at the Cleveland Improv. But they'd all walk by me and they're like, I'm some fucking, like I was the fucking assistant manager. Like, can you get out of the way? We're trying to buy the fucking hacks t-shirts.
Who do you think wait staff hates more? The Dry Bar audience or the urban audience as far as tipping goes?
Ooh. I would say the urban.
Yeah.
Well, because there's like 10% on fucking two, Diet Cokes in a fucking Dry Bar.
I would say the person they really hate is me. When I go to their town, I don't sell tickets, and they're like, "It's going to be a fucking dry week here."
That's why I love this. That's why I love this pandemic. That's why I love this pandemic, because I could blame my numbers on the pandemic now.
Yeah.
Wait, you're working?
Now, once in a blue moon, like I did outdoors. They had a lot of outdoor shows around here.
Plus, you're working a lot, according to your Twitter.
Well, no, I did the Stress Factory outdoors. I did
Uncle
Soul Joe. Yeah, I did Soul Joe's. I filled in for you the last minute because you went to Tampa.
You're welcome.
And guess what?
Fans?
Soul Joe thanked me too because the numbers went up. And
He needs it.
Hold on, Doug. I've never once said to a middle, you can't sell shit. Of course, they don't make any money. I've never said you can't.
Yeah.
I just say, let my table be first and put your table there. But it's just funny that they're selling candy bars and, like you said, fucking, I mean, it's kind of creative to go to a thrift store or a dollar store and buy shit and sell it. That's funny. It's fucking great. But when you have a condom and the last 5 middle acts all have condoms. You're going, you know what? Write 45 minutes and make an album.
Yeah. What? First of all, why aren't you fucking bringing your own middle act?
Because basically I'm hired as the middle. I don't, because I don't make that kind in Jersey or anywhere that's drivable. I'll bring my own middle. I'll pick somebody. But flying, I'm not making the money where I'm going to fly him in myself.
That became a problem when I got to a place where I used to know at least some comics in every market that I just pick a local that I knew, but I don't fucking know anybody anymore.
Yeah.
That's why we're in this old folks home. I think we should be plotting a bank heist.
Ocean's 15.
Wait, speaking of middle, Rich, do you like working with Bonnie, or you don't? Are you guys
First of
don't
all,
care?
Speaking of middle.
First of all, we don't work-
Because a lot of times you guys are. I'm not saying she's a middle. I'm saying I consider you guys a co-headlining, like a Sonny and Cher. But when you work with her, do you like it or you don't care?
we don't work together because one, she's just sold a TV show. She wants to write and direct. Her doing comedy, as if she's headlining. She's not going to work with me and go on, like my opener. She's not going to do that. And a club's not.
Yeah, but you did for a long time. You did,
that
right?
was years ago. People, a club's not going to pay us for both of us what we want.
No, I'm not asking about what the club pays. I'm asking you, do you enjoy it? Do you guys like it? Do you like working together?
Yeah, when we do, yes, because I know she's not going to light herself on fire in front of me or do cartwheels. I know she's going to go do straight stand up, and she's going to do crowd work too. And she doesn't. Yeah, I when we get to work together once in a while, if it was all the time, I would hate it. But once in a while, it's okay. She's a great comic. Do certain clubs ask for you guys together? If they have some kind of someone will call and say, you want to do a Valentine's show.
I was just going to say Valentine's Day. Yeah.
You just want to hang up on them.
Doug, I can't wait till you open a club and you book fucking Bonnie and Rich at your first Valentine's show. Because you got all the instincts, Doug. You know exactly who to bring in for your Valentine's show. Bring in a fucking married couple. No, because Tom Cotter does shows with his wife, and he makes a lot. I guess he makes a lot of jokes about her after he follows her.
Well,
so I guess that would be fun. I guess it's fun for the audience if you're fucking working with your wife.
Well, what we love when we used to do our podcast live, My Wife Hates Me, and we would bring on, a celebrity comic as the marriage counselor. That was fucking great. We used to sell out the Village Underground, and fucking Bennington or Billy Burr, Norton. They were marriage counselors, and it just ended up me getting trashed and them agreeing with her, and that's fun. That's fun doing something.
Yeah, that should sell a sitcom.
Yeah, it's a sitcom.
I'm the guy that married outside my weight class, and now all the jokes are at my expense.
I know.
You want to do some of these football games, Kevin?
Oh, sorry. How much coke are you doing, fucking Zumock?
I'm drinking this Celsius energy drink, so it's
fucking showing. You're fucking jawing, shaking. Get that fucking Joey
you're on
Diaz
edge.
leg fucking
You're
tap
on edge
into a
anyway,
beat
right?
that's only in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chad, you're on edge anyway. Chad's got a lot of charges against him. Does Doug know all this?
Yeah,
probably not. Probably not.
So he's on edge. He's nervous. He's a nervous guy.
He's nervous.
Then you just had a face issue last weekend.
You had a face issue.
Did he go to the ER?
Well, you just wipe it off and go with the rest of your day.
That's how you cure Bell's palsy. Suck it up, walk it off.
What happened to your face?
I got this, I forgot the name of it. It's some sort of arthritis growing out of my temple. So
Oh, Jesus.
I'm on medication right now. Yeah, but it's putting a lot of pressure on my temple right now.
You think it's that fucking hat?
You should put in earplugs when you do this podcast. That's what's causing it.
It'd be funny if Chad's hat was causing it.
Yeah, I'd rather wear hepatitis on my head. Look at that fucking dumb. Are you selling those hats after the shows, Mr. Stubik?
I'm the captain, though.
That's a good idea. Sell a captain's hat after your show.
I steer the ship, boss, like Opie. I steer the ship.
Yeah, how about into a fucking iceberg?
Chad thinks Opie has no talent because all he did was say when they're going to go to commercial. I say that I disagree, Chad. But I think it's because of the stress. Because whenever I've stressed lately, I have like I feel like I'm getting like something in my brain, like an aneurysm. It's just like my fucking head starts to. So then I tell myself to calm down.
Yeah, well, it's weird because Neil has a shirt that says Kevin has an aneurysm.
That's why you're the best, boss.
Callbacks.
That's why you're headlining and Bonnie's middling.
No,
No, I thought the T-shirt I bought from Neil said, "Who's Kevin?"
That's all right. I can take it. I can take it. You're fucking blocked, Stanhope. Boss would block you if you did that. I fucking take it. I don't care. My son the other day goes, "Dad, are you mad Neil's in a Chase commercial and you're not?" I'm like, God damn it, because he likes Kevin Hart because they're the same size. My son's 8, and no, but he already knows that I should be mad that Neil's in a fucking Chase commercial with Kevin Hart, and I'm not.
I knew Kevin Hart when he was a hood ornament for Monique.
Jeez.
Do you remember? Has he gotten taller since you've known him, Rich, or was he was full grown?
Oh, he's not getting. I don't know.
No, but you met him when he was
Taller.
16, probably, right?
When he used to come up, we used to. I don't know how old he was.
I think I looked it up. I think he
fucking
started as a teenager in Philly. So you must have known him when he was still growing.
Yeah, I don't measure comics. I don't do that anymore.
You gave it up?
You ever hear Don Irera's joke about his young girlfriends? He goes, "My girlfriend's so young. I was gone for 2 weeks. I came back. She was taller."
Jeff's joke. My girlfriend's so young, I might go to jail.
I like that better.
Oh my goodness.
I listen. Don't act like I'm Mr. fucking Blocker. All of us, some of these cops.
I'm just saying, as a guy who's a fucking ball buster, you got to take some ball busting.
You're right, but
I get it. If they're not following you, what do you gain? But it's part of the game of being on Twitter.
Well, then follow me. If you don't follow me, who the fuck? That's like me.
Yeah, but maybe they're testing you out to see how you react, and they're going to follow a bitch. If you're a bitch, they're not going to follow you. So maybe
they're testing me out. Well, who the fuck are they to test me? They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, you're a legend. They're not a legend. You're right. You're a legend.
Hold on.
I'm gonna make a cocktail, but I'll be in listening distance.
Yeah. What are you drinking, Doug?
Well, I was drinking Bailey's whiskey coffee, but I think after 3 of those, your mouth gets like a fucking chia pet. So I'm gonna switch to vodka soda. I think.
He's got it all figured out.
He won life. Doug won life.
What time is it? Is it 11:40 there or 12:40?
Mountain is 2 hours behind you.
No, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 2, right? So it's either
because we don't change our clocks because we're fucking.
Because you guys don't fuck with that. In Arizona, they don't change. They don't do daylight savings time.
Oh,
I would vote for fucking any president that would get rid of fucking daylight savings time, no matter what else is on their platform. I am that selfish.
It's dumb.
Get off my phone.
No, but I just like that Arizona is never. We're like, no, we do what we want here. We're not changing our clocks.
Oh, I wish I could move to Arizona. I fucking would love it. That's one of my favorite states.
You can golf all the time, boss.
That's the only reason I want to move there.
Well, why don't you?
He already kicks our ass.
Why would I move there?
No, why don't you? You can move.
First of all, we just bought this fucking house. I'm not gonna be able to, I don't know if I can sell it too. I have a family, so there's
the best time to sell a house. It's the best time to sell a house right now.
Calm down, fucking real estate agent. What I'm trying to say is, I have two older.
I'm here for you, Rich.
I got 2 older daughters that live out here, and I don't want to just leave them. You know what I mean? I like to see my daughters every now and then.
Where they live in New Jersey?
Yeah. One just bought a fucking
That's another
house.
thing. You put up pictures of your family, and then I don't know. I don't get that. People are gonna make fun of your family. Why do you do that?
I don't put up. I put pictures of my daughter's wedding. A couple of
Yeah,
them.
and then people are gonna troll you. I mean, I almost did. I mean, I feel like you're asking for it. A fucking wedding picture.
You've said stuff, and I think it's funny. I've seen
I
stuff.
don't know, but I just and I don't put up pictures of like people like any of my family because they're gonna fucking troll me because I'm a I say shit about people.
Yeah,
So I that's why I don't like to do it. So when I see you do it, I'm like, Rich, what are you doing?
But it's like the fucking mob. Kids are off fucking limit in the mob.
That's what I said. That's why I don't put them up.
Well, you know what? I put up a couple pictures of my daughter's wedding. Every now and then I'll put up something with me and her. Very seldom, you know. What the fuck? I mean, I don't know. Listen, you're analyzing fucking Twitter. Who gives a fuck?
I got free time to do it. That's the problem.
You know.
Wait, do you like your son-in-laws? You like both of them?
Well, she's not married yet to him. The other one, I don't know. They're all right. If they, what the fuck? I don't pay attention. My one daughter who's married, her husband.
Don't pay attention.
No. I don't know what the fuck. This guy is.
Well, you do a joke. Is one of them of color?
Well, so I heard. I don't talk to her. Yeah, she's engaged. And what is one of color? Is that how you talk now? You're talking about me? He's black. I don't know what of color that is.
Wait, he's black and they're engaged?
They're engaged. And then my other
How long have they been engaged? For like 12 years, like most Hispanic dudes or black dudes?
No,
hey, we're engaged. We got 4 kids. We're Puerto Rican. We'll see how this works out with the 4 kids. No, are they engaged a long time? Because my wife's Hispanic. I could have never married her. I could have just played the long end engagement.
No, only engaged for like a month and a half now. But my other daughter.
Oh
Jesus! I got fucking COVID. The other one is fucking married. Like you couldn't be any whiter than her husband. He's like, fucking red hat white. He's just. I'm surprised he wasn't at the Capitol. He's so fucking white. But he's good.
But you like black people anyway. You got a joke out of it, and you like black people. I said you got a joke out of your daughter dating a black dude, and you like black people anyway.
People are. Yeah, I don't do that joke anymore. I move on. I rewrite. I write.
All right. Well, I guess I'll use it then.
Okay.
What's with the Jesus coffee cup?
I do that to a tell all the
disturbs
time.
me every time you fucking drink out of that.
It's really annoying.
What, my Jesus cup?
Yeah, you love the Lord?
But first of all, as a Jew, it's my wife calling.
Take it on
speakerphone. Put her on speakerphone.
Hello, you're on speakerphone with Doug Stanhope and Kevin Brennan and Chad and some groupie.
Nobody.
You hear me? Wait, hold on. What the
Call your kid into the room to show you how speakerphone works.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Should have just said Stanhope. She probably.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Kevin asked if you like working together with me on the road.
No. I feel like it's a majority because he's mean to his openers.
I'm not mean to my openers.
You're always like, don't do any crowd work, don't say this, don't do that, don't do more than 15 minutes.
No, I say I let them do 15 minutes, because they're coming to see me, not fucking, you know what, I'm done with you.
Come on.
You couldn't hear it. It was too static.
Now I could hear perfectly.
You could?
Yes.
Enough with her. And
now she's calling me again. I'm just going to swipe.
My Jesus cup brings me serenity, even though I'm not religious and I'm a Jew. But, I couldn't find a Moses cup anywhere.
Well, Jesus is a Jew too, right?
Not a good one.
Hey Voss, I was going to ask, since I know you're a little kind of afraid of the COVID. Are you really afraid of COVID? Because I was thinking you used to do crack because I watched a special on crack last night on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, so you used to do crack and you used to hang around with like crack people. So if Jesus wanted you to die, wouldn't he have killed you then? I mean, he's not going to kill you with COVID, is he? I mean,
No.
I'm saying you're probably not going to die of COVID. If you were meant to go, you would have gone when you were doing crack.
That's true, but God kept me alive so I could carry the message to 14 people at Uncle Vinny's.
To not do crack?
I'm not,
Because I mean, I know Patty Rossborough. She has a good Rich Voss buying crack story. So I'm guessing you've had a lot of brushes with danger.
Yes. Oh no. Listen, I'm not. I still live my life. I just try to keep the risk down as much as I can. You know, I'll do comedy, but if I go to a club, like I said before, I'll bring my own mic and I'll like wait in the dressing room or in my car, you know, and I don't sell merchandise after the show now. That's all. You know, I still got to fucking do comedy and make money, but you know, I go out.
Oh, see, now that's going to be the future is you find an opener that has antibodies and you make him sell the merch. He's not funny, but he's been through the vid. Please welcome.
That's funny.
And plus,
listen, Doug, so you still haven't done any stand-up in like a year?
Yeah. March 9th, I think was my last show. No, March 11th. Baltimore.
You've done them in your backyard, you said, right?
No, we have done them over the years, but no, I'm so fucking happy to not do comedy. I think I have like maybe 5 premises I've written down in 11 months that once I'm threatened with doing comedy, I can flesh out. But I'm not in a hurry.
I think, you know, when I was doing comedy, I would take I have anxiety medicine. And since I've not been doing it really, I barely take the anxiety medicine. I mean, my stomach is all fucked up from stress, but you know what? Now I don't have to deal with fucking the anger and resentment I get from these club owners and all the bullshit. And I just don't give a fuck about them anymore now. You know what I mean?
Why do you get anger and resentment at this point of your career?
Well, it's weird because you'll work one place and all, like for me, like it's different with, like, say I play golf with the owner and you know, whatever. And next thing you know, you go to get back in, they don't even fucking act like you're alive. That's only some of them. Most the ones I deal with, I'm friends with, or I work there, you know. But all of a sudden, you know, I had one club owner. I said before, she goes, he was doing crowd work. Yeah. It was Halloween and the guy was in blackface.
Can we all agree that Halloween is the one fucking night you should never do comedy? Worse than even New Year's?
Horrible. It's horrific. The worst.
Yeah, because it's all about them. Everyone's on stage because they're dressed up like a fucking gorilla or a nun with their tits out. And yeah, they want the attention.
Yeah.
I remember playing Acme in Minneapolis a million years ago, where I told everyone there was a guy dressed up like, I don't know, a fucking gorilla suit or whatever, something that was really cumbersome, sitting in front row center.
Yeah.
You know, he told all his friends, oh, they're going to have a field day with me. And I forbade everyone on the bill from ever noticing, mentioning that fucking guy. And then eventually he's having to take his mask off to drink. And no one's talking to him or about him. Yeah, fucking just let it lay. Let him suffer.
Good.
Evan, that's your favorite club, right? Acme?
Yeah. No, every time I go there, people are like, oh, Acme, what a club. Every time I go there, I get heckled. They're too sensitive. So I'm like, fuck this club. But I think I do it in my mind. I think I hear it's so good and I subconsciously make it bad just to prove them wrong.
There's a couple clubs that I always hear are the greatest clubs, and the time I played it, they fucking hated me. Comedy Works in Denver.
That's the lady that said I was doing crowd work. Go fuck herself.
Wendy Curtis.
Wendy Curtis.
Yeah, Wendy.
Whatever her name is. Yeah.
She wasn't even there the week I worked, and I didn't get booked back. But what they do is they had all their local fucking headliners in a rotating every night. You're following 3 local headliners.
Yeah.
So you don't even get a rhythm for, like, I have, you know, opening acts that'll step on your dick. Andy Andrist is my best friend, and he'll step on my dick to the point where but you learn how to. All right, he's doing the same premise, but so I learned to segue from it. But when there's a different fucking rotating cast every night, killing, yeah, you can't. Then I have to listen to all of them, which sucks.
Yeah, because you don't know their acts. You're gonna see what they're talking about.
Yeah, and I want to smoke, and you fucking. I most of the time, an opening act is on stage. I'm out back smoking, and I miss what they say. But so if it's someone I know Junior Stopka does the same exact fucking act every night. So yes, if I'm working out new material, I'll bring an opener that I know is not going to go off script and fucking rant and steal the day's news. And
yeah, the guy, when I was at Acme one time, I forget the guy's name, but Voss, you probably know him. He was in like season 1 or season 2 of Last Comic Standing. He's from Minneapolis.
Dave Mordahl.
Yeah. So
David's a
he's
great comic.
yeah.
Right.
So
that's right. You guys were fucking buddies on. That was season 1. You and Voss and Mordahl.
What a great writer.
I'm following him all week, and he's doing well, but it's not crowded. And then Friday and Saturday, he takes out all his fucking driving in the snow and
local references,
killing. And I was like, what the fuck? Why did he do this? So at least I knew what to fucking expect. He crushes on the weekend. I'm like, why do I even try? Like, why don't I just get a job at 7-Eleven? Because it's like, and fucking the improv used to always do that. Whenever I go to the improv, any improv, I'm like, this guy's better than me. Like, he's like, especially like I was in Tampa. I'm like, this guy's great. I'm like, how the fuck are you middling for me? I stink. And I mean, it's unbelievable. Some of these middles they fucking bury you with.
Do you know Chris Porter?
Yeah.
He's funny as fuck, man.
Yeah, this is probably 2000. He opened for me. Miami had an improv for a minute, and it was fucking 85% urban, either black or fucking Cuban, and he spoke the language and knew all the fucking hip hop, whatever fucking songs to reference, and all. He destroyed. Fucking people were throwing like empty packs of cigarettes at me on their way out, nights in a fucking row. And I basically resigned. Like, I knew I was going to get fired because I just the worst shows. And they're like, why? No, you're doing fine. I'm not doing fine. They're throwing shit at me on stage. They hate me so fucking much. I got one of my best bits I've ever fucking written out of that. It's that fucking nationalism bit that is my most retweeted bit, especially in the last 4 years, because he closed on this whole fuck the French, because it was during Freedom Fry era.
Yeah.
Freedom Fries. Yeah. And I fucking wrote an entire bit based on his fucking crowd suck up bit. It was like, really? Did we fucking save your ass in 2 world wars? Was that us? I don't know if you know the bit, but it's probably my most popular bit was written off a fucking shit week where I was ready to fucking tap out because the fucking middle act was killing so much.
We were working at Miami Improv, and I was working with Bonnie, and she's trashing this guy in the front row, calling him gay, this and that. And I walk out, I go, who's the gay guy? And he goes, me. And I see fucking LK tattooed on his hand. He was a Latin king. And I said, I had to teach Bonnie about fucking hate tattoos, okay? You see an LK, you might keep away. You might keep away from, you see 2 8s, keep away from 2 8s, It's just, I had a middle act too in Vegas. He played a guitar act in the middle, and he was closing with a headband and Springsteen, and now you're a depressed headliner who fucking just lost all his money gambling, and let's bring him up now. And I gotta fucking follow this fucking guy after fucking getting killed at the crap table.
Rich, was that Bonnie's ex-boyfriend?
No. Oh no, not Mark.
Hey, my wife just showed up. She heard that fucking I was talking to Bonnie McFarlane on the other line when you hung up on her, and now she's pissed.
Look how cool her hair is.
That nationalism bit, Doug, has 1.8 million hits on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
that
the
was
good. Well, the good thing about bombing all week is that you're so depressed. You just fucking write. You have nothing else to do, so you just. That's always the only consolation for me. I'm like forced to like come up with new stuff because I'm like, obviously my act sucks. I suck. I got nothing else to do. I might as well just fucking write jokes.
Okay, stay with me here. This gets us back into the fucking sports betting, which Chad is desperately trying to get to. When I'm betting sports, I try to look at it from a comic's point of view. Like, all right, if I have a shitty set, if I lost last Sunday, is that the type of guy that is going to sit in the room and write fucking new bits and come back with a fucking chip on his shoulder and vengeance like a fucking second show Saturday after the first crowd sucked?
Right.
Last weekend, I figured out, and hopefully I forget how to make videos on my phone and tweet them with nobody there to stop me. But I put out like, if I see a fucking player, quarterback especially, that's in too many commercials, I tend to bet against them because their fucking head is not in the game. They're worried about how they look. So last weekend, it was fucking Baker Mayfield against Patrick Mahomes. Both fucking hideously ubiquitous in every fucking third commercial. So it was like, who do I bet against? And I go, Baker's not a good quarterback, but he's funnier in commercials. I had a whole theory because I was high as shit. And I said, take Cleveland with the points because Baker Mayfield's funnier. And
plus, I mean, to your point, like I've been saying it about Aaron Rodgers, like how motivated is he? Because he's like more like a movie star. He's gonna host Jeopardy, and I think he wants to host it permanently.
He's terrible.
But
Peyton
how hungry? My question is, how hungry is Aaron Rodgers? I mean, it seems like Tom Brady is constantly hungry for whatever fucking reason. That's when I go like, this is a
he's
tough
not
game
in
to
commercials
call.
because he sucks as an actor. He sucks at acting like himself. He's terrible. So I think his sole focus. Aaron Rodgers is fucking dreadful in commercials. Can we all agree that Peyton Manning has the funniest comic timing of any athlete in a commercial?
Don't tell Jim Florentine. Don't tell Jim Florentine. He's not a fan of his comedy. He hates his commercials. Hates Peyton Manning.
Fucking love him.
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
does he hate Peyton Manning?
I don't know. I just don't like him. He stinks.
So this weekend, now I forgot my point. I'm not even high.
Well, let's go to Sunday's game. 3:05. We got the 11-5 Buccaneers versus the 13-3 Packers in Lambeau Field. It's Green Bay -3. Let's go to the legend, Rich Voss.
Well, first of all, I mean Tampa Bay, with Brady, but the Packers, man, at home, and being I always dream of getting finger raped. I'm going to have to go with the Packers.
I nothing but gut. I'm saying fucking Buccaneers.
Ken Mosca.
I tell you what, I'm going to agree with Doug. This is nothing but gut. I'm taking Tampa Bay. I think Brady is really motivated.
I think this game was -4. Now it's -3. So the money's going to Tampa, I think. But also, is the money going to Tampa because I think Brady can't lose because he always wins. He always finds a way to win. I don't know. Last week I fucking took the Saints. And I went against my own instinct, which is never pick a team that you don't like. And I don't like the Saints. I never have.
Who doesn't like the Saints?
No, because it's like they say this guy's fucking great. It's like when they say about a comic who's great, and then he never leaves his hometown. Fucking whatchamacallit, what's his face? Drew Brees, he plays inside. He's an inside quarterback. So it's like, yeah, of course he's going to get numbers inside. So I don't trust the guy. I don't trust the guy in a big game. Brady in a big game is always clutch. No, if it's inside, outside, it doesn't matter. I think Aaron Rodgers has motivation because Brady's been so successful and Aaron Rodgers hasn't been. I mean, he's won one Super Bowl over, like we're talking about 15 years. He makes a shitload of money. people think he's gay. Now people think he's gay.
Who? Brady?
Aaron Rodgers, because he has so many different girlfriends and they're always like in show business, so they always think they're beards.
Yeah, that was the Troy Aikman syndrome.
I don't think Troy's gay, but Troy is. First of all, I saw Troy when they did the cutout this week, where they did the live shot, the video shot of him and Joe Buck. I said to my wife, I go, why is Troy Aikman is fucking good looking and he's wearing like a great blue suit. He just looked like a fucking model. So if he's gay, I don't care. But I think he has kids. But the thing about Troy Aikman, they always pair him. He always marries somebody that he knows. Like he marries somebody who works for the Cowboys or somebody he knew. So it always feels like it's arranged. Where an Aaron
like
Rodgers
Roy Cohn
like,
and Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Did he date her? David Barbara Walters.
They put the beard thing on.
Wow, Barbara Walters will fucking do anything. So the Aaron, I don't know.
That's a T-shirt, Kevin.
Oh wait! I had a note because I did do a little bit of research. Fucking Ted Thompson just died, and he was like a big shot when they won the fucking Super Bowl. He was like the GM. Look it up.
Green Bay, right?
Yeah, in Green
68
Bay.
68 years old.
Yeah, I have to. So you have to factor that in. I remember when Brett Favre beat the fucking Raiders in a playoff game right after his father died. And I remember making the joke saying that's all they did is they went into the locker room and they told Brett Favre, hey, the Raiders killed your father. And he went out and scored record numbers. So there is that to factor in.
There is. Dwight Gooden pitched a fucking no-hitter the day his dad died, or the day after his dad died. Dwight Gooden pitched a no-hitter for the Yankees, and he'd probably just smoked crack the day before with Voss. So it's like, so he was already on drugs, but he was so fucking focused after his dad died that he threw a no-hitter for the Yankees. So yeah, so there is a point. I don't know how close he was to that guy you're talking about so I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to do. I think that Aaron Rodgers is going to play out of his ass. Yeah. I'm going to go. I didn't pick the Buccaneers last week, and I got burned. And I'm just going to go with the Packers because I think they have to win. My only fear is that they don't cover, but I'm going to take the Packers anyway with the given 3 points.
Yeah, they're all fucking. Well, they're both. I looked at the possible Super Bowl matchups, and there's nothing bigger than a fucking 3 point or 2.5 point spread, like possible. But this weekend, yeah, they're 3 points.
Games are they're impossible to call. I don't know if I set up a betting thing last week because I bet the Browns to cover. I mean, on a money line. But this week is fucking hard.
Weren't they all high scores? Weren't they all overs? I don't remember, but there's been
last week.
No, fucking Bills was 17-3. That was one of the ones I was drunk during and didn't really watch.
They weren't high scoring, but this week particularly is like they're tough to call.
Okay, well, all right. Here's another factor, and I watched Casino yesterday. If you remember Casino, fucking Ace Rothstein or whatever his Lefty Rosenthal is his real name. Yeah, I knew that I was the best sports bettor because I knew all the people. I know who's doing cocaine. I know who's doing this. Keep in mind, the fucking Bills haven't been in a playoff game for 25 years, haven't been to a championship game for 25 years. They're the most likely to go out and fucking party and get COVID and lose fucking players by Sunday. Because
that's true. And also I was going to say, one of the reasons I'm taking the Packers is because I know this might sound crazy, but I think the Buccaneers are actually just happy to be there because they didn't expect. I mean, Brady won't be, but the rest of the team be like, holy shit, we're in the Final Four.
It's the first time in 18 years they're in the NFC.
No, but I'm saying like the rest of they're like, holy, because people are shitting on Brady and the coach all year. So I'm thinking like the team is probably like, oh, we're happy to be here. Where I think Aaron Rodgers is a little desperate they got a new quarterback to back him up this year. I think he's really on a fucking mission. So I'm taking the Packers. This goes
back to my fucking comedy analogy where some guys have a bad set and they stay in the Hampton Inn and fucking write vengeance material all weekend. Other guys like Aaron Rodgers, just I don't give a fuck if the crowd likes me or not. So I think Aaron Rodgers has that kind of mentality where he doesn't give a fuck. He's done everything he can do, and he's going to go out and like do a Norm Macdonald set where, you know what, it's going to be weird. My fans are going to love me. If other people don't, I don't give a fuck. Make sense?
That's
So,
when they
yeah,
come-
but you're saying, so you're taking the Bucks for that reason?
No, I'm saying these are things that should play into how you bet. I'm on one of these
Right.
fucking stools that's,
Yeah, you're shrinking.
I
Yeah.
fucking keep going down.
Doug, when you talk about the Bills, if you're looking at gambling and odds, they lost 4 Super Bowls. So at some point, if you go out of 5 fucking big games, you're going to win one of them.
All right, that's how I bet baseball. I bet against the streaks because baseball is a 60-40 sport. Fucking whoever fucking wins, 60% is fucking a mammoth team and 40% is in the basement. So if someone's won 6 games and they're playing someone who's lost 5 games, I bet the streaks. But
So you're thinking Buffalo will lose 5 now?
no, Buffalo, those players didn't lose 4 Super
Yeah.
Bowls. I fucking hate statistics that go back in time. The Giants on artificial turf since fucking 1979 have legend. Well, that's not the same people. It's all, at best, it's the same logo. So fuck a million years ago.
Okay, so can't you look at it this way? They're going, hey, we're not those fucking losers from years ago. They could go, we're not those losers. We're the new Bills. We'll show those fucking. There's so many different. It's a coin toss. Any of it. It's just
Not when you fucking lose 12 out of 14 games, Rich. Let's
yeah.
go to someone who has a winning record. Ken.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Okay, sometimes you're not supposed to remember everything people say.
You're the fucking Terry Bradshaw of this fucking panel.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody picked the first game?
Yeah, I'm going with the
No,
Buccaneers.
Chad.
I'm biased. I'm here in Tampa. I got Brady fever. I went from hating that guy to rooting for him. I think he's on a mission. He won the divorce between him and Belichick. He's going to take down Aaron Rodgers, even though this is the first time the Packers have hosted in 13 years the NFC title game. So I'm going with Brady and the Buccaneers. I'm feeling the fever.
Oh, wow. You're
Chad,
reading off of fucking cue cards. That's why you wanted to get to sports prognostication so quickly. You wrote.
I didn't write any
You
of that.
already won. Chad, let
I
everyone
wrote
know you
down
already
Ted
won the
Thompson
season.
and ads. That's how much
I'm just looking at the -3 here. I don't have anything written down, but that's going to lead us to the Bills Chiefs, which is Kansas City -3 in Kansas City.
Chad, what are you selling after the show?
I got shot glasses, hot sauce, mouse pads, condoms.
Voss, what are you going to say? Are you going to go outside your house and start selling after this show, Voss?
You just did my joke.
Your instinct is to just sell.
Can Bonnie sell this show?
What's that?
Can she sell this show right here?
Fucking Michael Eisner couldn't sell this show.
Michael Eisner. Well done, Voss.
Where are you going to
Michael
watch
Eisner.
your games? Super Bowls specifically. Where are you going to watch it?
Who, me?
Borgata.
All of you.
Yeah,
Borgata.
I'm in Tampa, so I'm in the home of the Super Bowl. I'm here, so I'm going to watch it somewhere.
I don't know. Hopefully somebody has a party or something. Or or 2 years ago, we went.
Doesn't
to
Florentine
Silverhead.
have a party?
It's awesome. It's the best party too.
Why doesn't
Yeah.
Voss
What-
go?
Which one?
Florentine Super Bowl parties. They're amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a great time.
Maybe I'll go to his house. I
Yeah,
don't-
Diaz will be there probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He moved out there, huh?
Yeah, they live like 2 miles from each other.
A couple people have tweeted me that Joey Diaz did a fucking bunch of shit on his podcast about me, and I'm at an age where I unless you give me a timestamp.
Oh, they should give you a timestamp. Why you shouldn't have to fucking listen to the whole fucking thing.
Do you guys listen to any podcasts?
I try and then I just stop. So, but if they send me a timestamp, I'll listen to anything timestamped.
About you.
No, about anything, because it's a minute long or 2 minutes long. So you don't have to do anything.
But I wasn't even like, he was saying nice things about me, and I love Joey Diaz, and I would love to hear nice things. But if you don't give me a timestamp, I'm not spending an hour to fucking wait to hear my name.
One of Kevin's fans will find it for you. They always do. So they'll tweet it at you.
Yeah, they'll find it for you. So yeah, that's so.
After you said one, you said of after it.
What? Who? What?
Nothing. No. What's your picks, Chad?
Well, I follow OJ Simpson on Twitter, and he says the Bills are going to win. So, don't bet against OJ. I'm going with the Bills. -3.
He's biased.
I'm rooting for the Bills. I love their fan base. Like, there's some teams you hate because of their fan base. Cowboys, Pittsburgh, Raiders.
Town too. Buffalo's a good comedy town.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Buffalo Helium.
They used
the
to have
Trough.
That
That's where I played. The Trough in Buffalo.
Remember the club? Remember the club what Airborne Eddie had?
Yeah.
In
Buffalo. Yeah, that was way the fuck. Yeah, Airborne Eddie. I remember working for him. I don't even remember the club. Wasn't that with those other guys from up there, Ed Bepko or whatever? Or?
I don't know. I just remember I was doing a show and so Jay Moore was flying in to do some benefit.
Oh, did I audibly Jay Moore?
Jay Moore was flying in to do a benefit for Airborne Eddie, because Airborne Eddie was like involved with local TV or radio. So I said, Jay, you flew all the way in to do a benefit? Wow, that's really nice of you. He goes, they're paying me $10,000. I'm like, so how are they going to raise any money? That's when it tipped me off to like, these benefits, they don't make a lot of money because they got to fucking pay.
Stanhope's pissing.
They got to pay the people on the show. So, right?
Can you do it as Christopher Walken, Kevin?
Right, Ken Mosca? It's like you do a benefit, then you gotta spend all this money on talent. But I thought Jay Moore was actually I thought Jay Moore was being a stand-up guy. I'm just doing a filibuster now while Stanhope pisses, because I think he's got a take on Jay Moore. But anyway, Jay Moore came to Buffalo, but for $10,000. I'm like, how the fucking poor kid's gonna get not have cancer if you're taking all their money? And he just laughed like I was some kind of chump for even thinking that it was about the kids and it wasn't about Jay Moore.
I don't know why.
Boss, you're friends with Jay. You're friends with Jay Moore. You started with Jay Moore and Kevin Hart.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm more friends with you than I am Jay. I mean, what the fuck? I never.
All right, let's go to Stanhope if he's going to shit on Jay Moore.
Oh, I don't know why I don't like him so much.
What's your favorite joke that he does of somebody else?
Yeah. All right. There are a few reasons, but I don't want to.
Wait, do you really not remember them, or this is triggering you? What Chad just said?
No. It's not his jokes. Like, I don't remember a joke he did that was good. But I know the stories about how he stole other people's stories as his own. But I also know how he mistreated fucking openers. So one of our things we do when we're playing a comedy club, an improv, or a fucking funny bone, same thing. In the green room, they assign you a waitress for the listener who, when you're in the green room. What's that?
Listen, Voss, what he's explaining.
Look at that. That who flew in from obscurity for this. That was a good one.
Obscurity.
So we would always ask, who's the biggest shithead you've ever had to serve? Like, when you're in a green room, you have one server, so you don't have to go to the bar, and they take care of you in the green room and set you up. And we always ask, who's the biggest douchebag you ever had to fucking deal with serving them in the green room? Who's the biggest diva? And waitresses would generally say, Eddie Griffin is absolutely the worst. If they've dealt with him, he's fucking number one. Don't you fucking tip that white bitch when tabs go out. Fucking, why do you tip that white bitch? You
He
just,
says that from the stage.
yeah, fucking
Wow.
demanding like a brand new pair of fucking high dollar sneakers in his contract
Wow.
and then jamming him in the toilet of the green room when he left by far. But as far as
Wow.
like treating openers like shit, when I've had middle acts that had to deal with Jay Moore, like how he fucked them over, like I'm not gonna fucking. I think it's common knowledge. The fucking Kreischer. Have you heard Kreischer's
Yeah.
stories about
Oh yeah, that one.
him hitting him in the fucking face?
Wait, Jay hit Kreischer in the face?
Yeah,
What did Kreischer do? He told him that fucking
he
the
fucking
story about
backed
Russia
down because
again.
he was a fucking. He needed the work.
Bert could
Yeah.
beat the shit out of him though.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bert's
Yeah,
not
but
much.
what
of a
triggered
fighter, I
what
don't
triggered
think.
Jay Moore punching the machine?
I don't remember the. I don't remember the details, but let's call him up, shall we?
Listen, I remember when we were
Yeah, you
filming
go check.
when we were filming season 3 of Last Comic, Gary Goldman grabbed big Jay Moore and held him up against a wall.
What's that like, Kevin?
Because Jay kept,
He did that, Doug. He did that. Jay Gilman did that to me too. That's why they're laughing, Doug.
Really?
Yeah, last year he threw me up against the wall at the Comedy Cellars.
I can't tell if you're
mean,
being sarcastic.
No, he's being serious.
No, Goldman did. Goldman did. Yeah, he did.
Why?
Because I said he was I said he had anger issues. So to prove me wrong, he threw me up against the wall at the Comedy Cellar. I mean, it's basically no exaggeration. I said on Opie and not Opie, what's his name? Sam and Jim, that he was had anger issues, and then he heard about it, so he threw me up against the wall at the cellar. Didn't say anything, just like he actually smiled at me like he's the Night Stalker, and then they broke it up.
Hey, what's your bet? Does Kreischer answer? Ah,
Yeah.
fuck. He answered right away. Hey, Kreischer, I'm on a podcast with fucking Kevin Brennan, and Jay Moore came up, and I kind of fucking threw your story in where I don't know if that's appropriate, but that he fucking hit you in the face.
That one I've never told. But yeah, that's true.
Oh, you never told it?
I thought it was common knowledge.
We got a scoop.
What?
We got a
Kevin
scoop.
said
Can
you
you
get a
can you
scoop?
can we
Yeah,
you
got a
tell it?
scoop, Kevin. You're gonna go viral, buddy.
Finally.
Yeah, if anyone gives a fuck about me or Jay Moore or Kevin Brennan
Or me.
or you, no, I
Wait,
think
ask Bert. Bert, can you tell it or no?
I feel bad telling it, but yeah, I can tell it. I don't give a fuck. There's two versions. One, Segura was there, and then one, it was like backstage in Vegas, right when I first started working with him. And his wife at the time, his first wife, they were having a conversation. It was like a full room. Buddy Hackett's son was there. I want to say Buddy Hackett was there.
Sandy Hackett.
Andy Hackett.
Sandy
He
Hackett was
put the
there.
he put the hack in Hackett.
Yeah, he booked my first road trip ever in Flagstaff.
Yeah. And then and a bunch of other people. Actually, 3 girls I went to college with were back there. And his wife said something about getting an episiotomy. I didn't know what that was at the time. And he said, that's funny, my dick's so big, she had to get an episiotomy before having sex with me. And I didn't know what an episiotomy was. And I said, what's an episiotomy? And she whispered it in my ear. And I started laughing, and I was like, shut the fuck up. That happened to you? And she was like, yeah. And he just smacked me. He was like, don't you ever talk to my wife like that. And I was like, what? And then she was confused. She was like, I told him what an episiotomy was. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. And then he just walked out, and it was silent. It was really fucking awkward. And I went to my room. I called my wife. I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm coming home. This is fucking ridiculous. I would never let someone hit me in the face. Like a year ago in Tallahassee, if someone slapped me in the face, we were fucking fist fighting. But in Hollywood, because it was so uncomfortable, and he was the boss, that I let it happen. And then the next morning I got up, I had a flight at like 10 to leave Vegas to come home, and he was at my door at like 6. And he was like, hey, let's go out of the pool. I was like, I'm going home. And he was like, oh, don't get sand in your pussy about this. He's like, I fucked up, man. I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear? I'm sorry. And I was broke, and I was young, and I needed to work. And I definitely was like, this is part of the business is fucking celebrities fuck up, and they do fucked up things to you, and then you got to take it. And then I worked that night. We hung out of the pool. I think we had a cigar, bullshitted, and then went to lunch. Did 2 shows that night, flew home the next day, and I kind of forgot about it. And then, like, fucking maybe...
Wait, hold on, Bert. What's in a
Hey, Voss is asking a question, and my battery's about to run out.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Fuck it.
No.
No, I want to hear it.
Go ahead.
What's an episiotomy? I want to know what episiotomy is.
It's when they cut the fucking taint of a woman when she's having a baby.
They cut the bean to the asshole. They split it open.
I used to say the separation of church and state is like a fucking poorly stitched episiotomy. See, I knew what it was back when I was funny.
I used to have a joke on my actor. I said, the doctor turned her taint into a tizzin. Anyway.
And you can thank Jay Moore's wife for that joke.
And so that's the first time I've heard it. And then fucking 4 years later, we were in Irvine. Me and Segura are going to have sushi. And he texts us. He's like, let's go eat. We're like, we're having sushi. And he came over and he sat down at the table. He's like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, sushi, it's healthy. He's like, rice isn't healthy. And I was like, well, this is what we're eating. And he was like, no, let's leave. And I was like, you leave. We're staying here. And he's like, what? And I said, I just told you what. And he slapped me again.
No.
I got up and left. And fucking Tom Segura was like frozen. Because Tom grew up like a regular man, and was like, so are we going to go fuck him up? And I was like, he's done it before. And I told Tom. And Tom was like, you gotta be done with him. And shortly thereafter, he once again, I think one of the things he was doing back then, I can't say that he's doing it now, is he was pushing boundaries or stepping over lines back then. And he did it again, and then I was done with him. I stopped talking to him like 9 years ago.
See, I do know why I hate him. I just couldn't remember for a minute.
Yeah, but rice isn't healthy.
I think he's been in therapy. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I haven't talked about the guy. I don't mean to talk bad about the guy, but just that's the truth. So what the fuck? Are you on a treadmill right now? Because you're wicked out of breath. Yeah, I'm trying to run 2,000 fucking miles this year.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I thought he just walked up 3 stairs.
But yeah, that's the story. So whatever. I'm trying to live my truth right now, Doug.
Well, why aren't these stories fucking Me Too stories? I alluded to it on my last special because the bit wasn't really worked out. But yeah, violence like that, I hold on to. That's why I understand someone who fucking traumatized me for my life. Yeah, someone smacking me in the face and me not fucking responding.
Twice.
I know. He's been in an abusive relationship.
Oh yeah, it was an unhealthy relationship. Suffice to say, that's why we don't speak now. Is I think I came out on the other side, and had at the time that were willing to they kind of understood him. By the way, I think even if Jay Moore heard this, he'd be like, okay, those are 2 of the okay ones. At least he's not telling the bad ones.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing up at his house and fucking.
Hey, let's not tell them all, Doug.
All right, that's as far as it got.
We'll bring him back. Part 2.
All right. Yeah, well, as long as he heard this and he knows there's more in the fucking chamber, maybe he'll fucking relax.
Yeah, he's well aware of that.
Bert, the next time you see him, you should punch him right in his fucking face.
Nah, I hope he's doing well.
No, just be like, hey, no, just say, I know no hard feelings, but payback's a bitch, and just, or at least slap him or something.
I didn't grow up with 9 brothers, Kevin. That's not how I was raised.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but Bert, you could pay someone to do it at least. You got the money.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, living well is the best revenge, but waking up still seething in hatred, you go, oh, fuck, this money doesn't cure anything. I still want to have that guy killed and shot in his spine and piss in a bag. for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Drinking yourself into an early grave. I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
All right, beautiful. I love you and I miss you. And I wish sometimes you'd text me and go, I'm worried about you. I'm going to put out more. I'm going to tweet more about the shambles that my life is, just as a cry for help. So you call every now and again.
I'll call. I love you guys. Have a great day.
Bert, thanks
back
for
on it.
picking up and thanks for telling the stories. Thank you.
All right. Love you guys.
I love you, bye.
All right.
Well, there you go. Now this is like a fucking what the fuck podcast. People are going to tune in to hear about a beef between two comics, and then you'll drift into irrelevance after that.
It's a comedy dish.
I mean, seriously, it's so fucked up. I mean, to your point, Doug, it's like it's not just male and female. It's like the shit you got to put up with that is just a comic and just the disrespect. But it's like Bert was always I never remember Bert not being like a good respected comic. So for Jay Moore to like think he could just hit him is fucking crazy. And Jay Moore wasn't even drinking, was he? Didn't he quit drinking a long time ago, Rich?
I think he's back. I think he was back and forth, in and out.
So maybe that's what it was.
That one of the rumored stories that I heard from some comic was that he was pretending to be sober, but he was obviously drunk, and that was at that whatever that other story was. I forget what it was.
That's crazy because I just can't see. I mean, Bert's like a big dude, and to slap him twice is like so fucked up, man.
So
it's not the worst thing that's ever happened, but like the fact that he thought he could do it once and Bert was just going to get over it, and then the fact that he did it again.
Okay, well, like one of let's Bert's fucking talk shit then.
Really pushing it.
I do liken it to the fucking Me Too, where. Yeah, if you someone slaps you and they're in a position of fucking power, I think most of that story is way worse than fucking 80% of the Me Too stories that you hear. Oh, he talked dirty to me on the phone and sent me a dick pic. Okay, if you're gonna fucking hit me in the face or send me a dick pics all day. I can't fight. I'm a fucking 145 pounds of fucking COPD. Yeah, just send me the dick pic.
Well, also, if you're a dude and you do something with a female, you're trying to like maybe have sex with her. Like if you're Jay Moore and you slap Bert Kreischer, you're not trying to fuck him. You're just trying to like disrespect him, or maybe he is trying to fuck him. I don't know. But it's like it just seems like there's no reason to slap Bert Kreischer, and especially to do it twice.
Well, the first time you can get away with it.
Well,
yeah, but it's like that's when he's like an abusive fucking wife.
So on a gambling show, what are the odds you're going to give that he does it again? I'm going to say, Bert's not a violent. Bert forever. We known him for 25, 30 years. He doesn't have like a mean bone in his fucking body or a muscle.
So that's why he would slap him. So he would slap him because he thought he could just get away with it, and Bert would back.
He could run on top of him on a treadmill for fucking 4 miles a day.
Yeah, whatever. Some people. I was at the cellar once, and I went to sit down, and what's his name pulled the chair out from under me. Who's that Asian comic that Vince Vaughn likes?
Dat Fan?
No.
Burns?
I said comic. Steve, I said comic. So I go to sit down, and Steve Burns pulled the chair out, and I fell back, and I got up like that, and I just stopped.
Did he get in his karate motion?
No, I stopped from punching him. I don't know why, but for some reason,
sometimes he was pranking you, and for you to punch him, it's like it's not really. I mean, at the cellar, if you prank another comic. You can't really punch the guy.
Yeah, that's why I said Dat Fan, because that's the level of comedy. Pulling someone's chair out from under you is fucking third grade.
That's Dat Fan's closer.
Like the Marx Brothers.
That's not really pranking.
Afterwards, when you fell down, did he go zing?
I go, hey, come. Whatever, but I stopped.
It was so funny. Rich trying to sell T-shirts after it.
That's what
from his back.
Yeah. He goes, I got but if you would have punched Steve Byrne, it would have been like weird. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
in front of everybody, he tries to be I mean, it's a dick move, but he's trying to be funny.
But I was on a date or something, so I didn't punch him. But one time he was eating dinner, went downstairs do a set to get. So I smoked and I put like a cigarette butt in his mashed potatoes. That's
good.
Instead of, I go, look,
good.
Well, I mean, I'm not. You don't want to get fucking punked and but slap me. I don't know.
Yeah, you just hold it. You wait till a chance to get even. You get even.
This opener that I worked with, a fucking great guy. I'm not going to mention his name because I can't remember it. But like he had this fucking litany of like all these demands, like he had to pick him up at the airport, and then Jay Moore's just demanding all this fucking crazy shit, and like didn't like even say thank you. Kind of, it was just like this whole fucking dick story, and that's after I'd heard the litany of fucking Bert Kreischer stories. They're like, yeah. I got really high on Rogan's podcast years ago. I was playing the Brea in one of those fucking the Bermuda Triangle of Southern California fucking improvs. And beforehand, I did mushrooms early, thinking that by the time I have to go on stage, I'll not be tripping. But then I did Rogan's podcast. And I smoked some of his weed, which I don't smoke weed at all. I've been fucking with edibles lately, but I smoked Rogan weed and I was drinking. I was it's Brea, because I remember Rogan had to apologize for the show on Twitter the next day, taking full blame and I was so fucking high, drunk, and tripping. And I just went off on what a cunt Jay Moore is. And this is when there was some kind of internet beef with, I don't know, Red Band, and I'm like, yeah, it's a cunt. And when the owner of the Improv picked me up to take me to the airport, he's like, Jay Moore's keeps calling me. He wants to talk to you. Why did you say all that shit about him? And I didn't really remember. I just remembered, I think he's a cunt. But then that developed into, oh, yes, he is a cunt. So my comedian profiling did actually work out to when facts came in afterwards.
That's a great way to get people to call you back too. Wow, that fucking Wendy in Denver.
Because of Bert Kreischer, I finally met Wendy and fucking got along swimmingly. She's a fucking great person. You gotta read the book Running the Light by Sam Talent. It's so fucking good. She's in it. Anyway, you guys don't read.
I just gotta say, like, I just got in Jay's defense. I've always heard, like, Jay was doing one of my jokes for a while, and then whatever. But
he was trying it out.
I still like Jay, even after all these stories. He's one of those guys that
Kevin, you froze.
A reflection on me, but I always kind of like Jay more. I don't like him hitting Bert Kreischer, but that's fucking. But
Kevin, were you on Saturday Night Live with him at this time?
No.
Oh.
No, but it's just, he's one of those guys that it's just he's like a kid actor. He started so young that he was always when he was in show business, he was like a kid, and he never really like evolved into like a man or a grown-up man.
He always had the tough guy persona, and you go, you don't really sell that.
Holy shit. Well, Bonnie went on Stern. Stern brought Bonnie on just to trash Jay, because Stern didn't like Jay. And Bonnie went on saying, whatever, I don't know. And fucking within 2 minutes, Barry Katz was calling fucking Bonnie after it, scrambling or what. I don't even remember the story. I just know that's the reason Stern brought Bonnie on, was to fucking smash Jay Moore.
Bonnie. Get off Stern now.
Voss, you made me think of this earlier. If you have a thick skin, you should. I don't have I have the thinnest skin ever. Fucking one bad review. I got drunk once and looked at fucking reviews of my last special. And I read one-star review and I wanted to quit comedy. Stanhope doesn't give a fuck. No, I give a lot of fucks. That's why I don't do spots at the Cellar. I only play to my own crowd because I don't want to fucking have a Comedy Store crowd fucking not like me. I know my crowd's gonna fucking like me. I did
a show one time and I read the comment cards in between shows in Kansas City. I was middling. I never call myself a feature. I call myself a middle. I was middling. So I read the comment cards, and I never did it again because I read the comment cards and they were all like the middle. The second guy was pretty dull. Like they were all saying I was dull. So I go, I'll show you fucking dull. So the next show, I'm doing all this crowd work, calling everybody cunts and whatever. And Fran Salamita, the headliner, is like, as I like come off the stage, he's like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like, "Comment cards." I don't know what I felt like I duped myself. It's like, don't read the fucking comment cards in between shows. You're a fucking idiot. And I still don't read them. Like if people shit on me on Twitter, I at this point in my career, I like the attention. So if they say I suck, I'm like, that's better than having no opinion. So that's how I look at it now.
I used to try to find the comment cards and throw the bad ones out. What the fuck? Or write your own.
No, back in the day, as a middle act, I would go through them, and I mean, Hedberg had a joke about it, where they go, the guy sucked or whatever, but then they put their name, address, and phone number. And I'm a comic who's got a lot of free time, but I would do that. I'd call them up. But just a quick point, feature act has to be dumped as a middle act. A feature act anywhere else, featuring is a star.
Right.
So that's just a comic expression. Just say middle act to fucking explain to the audience.
Yeah, because when you say that when the MC says, "Are you ready for your feature act?" If they don't go to comedy clubs a lot, they think he's the headliner, and they're like, "Okay," and then they go, "Now you're ready for your headliner?" They're like, "Wait, there's two headliners?" Yeah, Bonnie was the feature.
Oh fuck, middle act. I'm writing this down. Sorry, we just had a little bit of a meeting.
Wait, I think I just told the story I heard.
And plus the middle act makes it sound like exactly what he is. He's the middle act. There's nothing special about him. He's killing time before your headliner.
Relax, Kevin.
He's in the middle. He's in the middle for a reason.
We were just
the
middle act has the easiest ride. They get the fucking, when I open for Louis, I'm like, this is amazing. You get to go on first. The kitchen's still open. When you headline, the kitchen's closed. You got to deal with the fucking check spots, last call, all kinds of shit. And the middle ends up talking to the waitresses because he had a good set, and it's fucking terrible. So don't call him a fucking feature. Just call him, he's a middle. He lives in his car. He's not doing that well.
I heard a story about Stanhope that he got hate mail, and then you wrote back to the lady saying that the club owner wrote your set.
Oh yeah.
That you had to do what the club owner wrote.
I could probably find that if I was more internet savvy. Yes, and that was Skyline in Appleton, and he forwarded me an email. Oh, it was that same thing I was talking about. It was the same show where we were doing a benefit, and Sean Rouse had that fucking brilliant tsunami bit. If you don't know Sean Rouse, just look up Sean Rouse Tsunami.
Great joke,
it's one of the best bits ever written. And like they were making fun of 9/11 and the tsunami, but he made the mistake of including her email. So I wrote back directly to her saying, "I'm glad that you share the same concerns. I don't know if you know how comedy works, but the club owners present us with a script at the beginning of the week, and we were appalled at some of the material that we were forced to do, and I did it completely straight. And she wrote back, "OMG, I didn't know that was the thing. I'll be sure to let the owners know that we do not appreciate."
That's beautiful.
Wait, did the club owner forward it to you because he wanted you to feel bad, or he just wanted you to know about
No,
it?
it's fucking Cliffy from Skyline. He thought it was funny too.
Oh,
That's why I asked, why are you still getting grief at this age from club owners when, like,
Oh, no, I don't get, listen, I don't get grief. I emailed Wendy. I go, I told them the story. I go, let bygones be bygones and let's move forward. But she never got back to me. And I wrote again, by your lack of response, it looks like we're going to work together. She never wrote back to me. And I go, here are some available dates. She never wrote back to me. I go, listen, I don't want to push my luck, but can I bring my own middle? And I never wrote back to me. I sent this guy up in fucking, I don't care.
Bloomington. Tell the Bloomington.
Yeah, I told this guy in Bloomington, I go, look, I like to work your clubs, but I think you're an asshole. So the weekend you book me, because you try not to come that weekend. I don't know.
I remember
what do you got to lose?
when I was still like a fucking
Beautiful.
a road comic, when like literally a road comic, when I lived out of my car, basically, or a little bit after that. Zoe Friedman was booking Letterman. And I thought it was funny. I always kept one of those micro cassette tape things in my car too.
Yeah.
So I sent her, for my submission to be on Letterman, I sent her a micro cassette of my act with one of those, the 4-frame carnival photo booth things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get in a booth and you take, so I cut out one of those pictures that fit perfectly in the micro cassette with a bio written on a Post-it note. This is my submission tape to be on Letterman. And she did actually write me back saying, that's funny, but yeah, this is how you do it.
Yeah, don't you have a thing with Go Bananas, Rich Voss?
No, I think I go, you're a sound man. I told him, but when John,
he was a
Joel.
sound man, then he started booking the club, then he became general manager. John Chung used to run it.
Look,
Mikey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mikey.
when John Chung booked it, it was great. We used to work there and go to the casino on the boat. And I think he brought me in, and maybe I made too much money, or I just was myself, and he probably got some fucking complaint. Listen, I had a guy.
Wait, Chung or Mikey? Hang on, I fucking love Go Bananas.
Chung was great.
Yeah, Go Bananas was great.
Yeah, Mikey, just look at, who the fuck knows? I worked a club in Michigan, some fucking warehouse, Ridley's or something, and I had a table. I did 1,000 people, whatever.
Mark Ridley's.
That week, and one table of Middle Easterns fucking complained about me, and he came up and said, "Hey, you got a complaint?" I go, "Listen, fucking 7 people out of 1,000. What the fuck is your problem? I'm a Jew. I'm allowed to talk about whatever Middle East, whatever." So they just don't bring me back a lot of places because I'm fucking, maybe I'm an asshole. I don't fucking know. I know I'm not going to fail. Look at it. Wait, hold on. I'm not going to fail on stage. I'm never going to fail, but maybe I just fail in personality.
Kevin, did you have a problem with Go Bananas? Mike?
Yeah, I can't even remember exactly what happened, but I know it ended up bad. But I was at River Center. Remember that River Center club in San Antonio? That fucking gigantic room. I used to have a joke. I mean, I still do it. I used to do it. I still do it now. Shout out to Hedberg. So I did a joke where I said Arab food smells like my balls. It's like smells good and bad at the same time. So some guy apparently was in the back. He walked out. He told the manager, he goes, I'm Arab. Our food does not smell like his balls. I'm offended. He walked out. So I told the manager, I go, next time that happens, can you send the guy up on stage so I could debate the guy? Because I go, that would be fucking gold, me debating whether or not, and I'm trying to kill time for the check spot anyway, but I'm like, just send a guy up there. Don't let him leave. Debate the guy whether Arab food smells like your balls or not.
Or at least make him fill out a comment card so you can frame that.
It's funny when I used to do urban clubs, there was no political correctness in the audience.
And no comments because they can't write.
No, I mean, so, like I said, this lady in an urban room was about 500 pounds and she was booing me. And I said, you fat bitch, you should be mooing, not booing. And the crowd goes nuts. Nobody's writing to the fucking club owner. It's mainly just fucking white ladies that are just whatever. They're just
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Black people never complain about it. If you're being funny, they never complain that if the guy's funny, they never complain. They don't care what the fuck you say.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Whatever. Yeah.
All right, Chad, did we do the second game?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we did the Bills game.
Yeah,
I don't have Doug or Kevin.
No, I'm going Bills. I'm going Bills because I want them to win. I have fucking absolutely no, except for the Bills might lose people to COVID. So I'm not betting until fucking Sunday morning.
I'm gonna flip that because I think what Doug said is right about they might party. The Chiefs. I mean, the fact that the Chiefs won last week just goes to show me that the Chiefs are kind of like one of those teams that they win even when they're not supposed to. When a quarterback gets hurt, it's kind of like when you watch a team that's just like they always win. You get so frustrated because you're like, of course they're going to lose now. They don't have the fucking quarterback, and they still win. And then
the Bills are a middle act that have been blowing headliners off the stage all season. So they're going to go in with a fucking sense of false cockiness. I'm going against myself. This is 3 games where I say one thing and then I go, oh, I'm wrong.
I'm going to take Jay Moore with another slap. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know who the fuck he's.
Let me take the Bills. Let me take the Bills because from that Jay Moore charity story, I'll just take the Bills for the fuck of it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I might actually bet on the Bills real money because Andy Reid stinks, and they'll figure out a way to. I think the Bills will cover. Maybe I don't know. Who cares?
What's the spread?
Mahomes. It's -3. Rich. Bills -3, but Mahomes is practicing.
+3.
Sorry, Bills +3.
You have one fucking job. You have one job here. One job. Okay.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Doug.
All right. You just fucked up 6 points. That's 6 points.
I wish Rich could just slap Ken Mosca right now. That'd be fucking perfect. Like, you bitch. You had one fucking job and you fucking blew it. I'm gonna fucking Jay Moore bitch slap you.
I'm wondering how long
Rich can, you can't.
I'm wondering how long Rich Voss can stay in that fucking maintenance closet he's in before someone who works there comes in and say, you can't be in here. You're stealing towels.
That's his fucking house. That's a house he's bragging about that he just bought.
Hey, first of all, let me tell you, this is my storage fucking room down here. Okay. If I took you up through my fucking 1 acre of property house, you'd be amazed at the beautiful Victorian pictures I hung up. All right.
Do you have a urinal on your fence? I do.
No, but I have one.
We didn't even notice that.
He's got arborvitaes.
No, but
Rich has arborvitaes.
I have one in the bedroom. So, and I have my own bedroom here, which is great.
Oh,
fancy.
Nice
fancy.
It does look like a storage unit.
All right, Ken, I'm gonna take the Bills. I'm gonna take the Bills.
Me too.
I think Bills around the
horn.
We
all took the Bills. We all took the Bills, Chad. Are we doing any side action that we talked about?
Do you guys know Colum Terrell?
Who?
Hey, so some Irish comic that's in New York, Colum Terrell. I did his podcast. He's doing like $100 Super Bowl squares.
Oh yeah, somebody sent me a link to it. Yeah.
And that kid will be long fucking gone when she gets that money. Okay. I'm gonna bet $20 that right after this podcast, Ken runs up and has a meatloaf.
I'm trying to get to my Johnny Walker Blue. This is taking much too long.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave people way more than they deserve.
And I apologize I apologize for the lack of diversity in this podcast, guys.
And we had a Bert Kreischer classic story. We had we have shots of Stanhope now outside in the desert.
That looks like a painting.
In the desert.
Look at that.
Yeah, you're up on top of the deck now.
We can't see. You're frozen.
The visual froze. I think you're out of Wi-Fi. There you are.
Oh, there
Wow,
you
that's a good.
Wow.
Where's Morgan Murphy's house?
Down the street. It's a shithole.
Oh, it's more crowded than I thought. I thought you were totally secluded, so that's good.
You got a pool, dog?
Oh, that's nice.
No,
All right.
that would require maintenance.
Yeah, but you got a urinal right outside where's the urinal? It's outside. Oh, it's on your it's on your
Can you
property,
see
but
it?
you piss outside.
It's on the
But you
fence.
piss outside.
It's where the arrow.
Do a close-up so we can see my career.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Well, this was a lot of fun.
I appreciate you inviting me to this.
It was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. And you can follow Doug on Twitter at Doug Stanhope, at Rich Voss. He might block you. You never know.
Listen,
And-
don't act like I'm some fucking pussy. I fucking take care of who needs to be taken care of, all right?
Yeah, just be real gentle with him
Oh,
on
geez.
Twitter.
Yeah, you gotta compliment him first. Tell him you like
Yeah.
his hat or whatever.
Just
Yeah.
treat it like hospice care for his career, and just palliative.
Oh, yeah, as he's walking around that fucking salvage yard. Let me explain.
Like Sanford and Son.
Where's Stephen Avery?
This was an extremely fun podcast. You try to break me down. It can happen because you can't hurt this. You can't hurt me any more than I've been hurt. That's all I'm saying. Doing this with Doug and Kevin and Chad and the fuck up was a lot of fun. Thank you. For having me.
Ken was my favorite part.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, sign up for the mlcpod.com for any merch you want to buy. Neil has AIDS. Chad's going to jail.
Tim Dillon
And,
straight.
Tim Dillon straight. Rich, you want to do any plugs?
If you want to see the best roast in history, it's free on YouTube. Voss Roast. It's guaranteed, hands down, one of the best roasts. It's free on YouTube. Voss
It
Roast.
is.
Voss Roast.
How many views on YouTube?
450,000.
I'll check.
All right, that's good. All right, Doug, you
I
got
bought
anything
it.
you want to plug, Doug?
The book is still Audible only till next month. We'll put out a hard copy. No encore for the donkey. It's yeah.
What's the show? What's the book Don't Run the Light? Who's
Oh, Running the Light by Sam Talent. That's going to come out Audible soon. It's the best comedy book that I've ever read. It's fiction, but there's real people in it. And if you've ever fucking done the hideous parts of the road, yeah, it's fucking brilliant. And I'm not a book guy either. But when you read it, you go, oh, fuck, this is the best depiction of road stand-up, because there's never even been a good movie about road stand-up
Yeah.
in comedy. So,
I gotta
yeah,
get
this
it.
book
I gotta
is
get the
fucking...
book.
I got to finish my wife's book.
But do you have Doug? Do you have like a website that they can buy all your stuff on? Because I know I have some fans that are also fans of yours. So they rave about your merch stuff, your t-shirts. Do you have like a website they can go to?
Yeah, it's DougStanhope.com. It wasn't taken.
Wow. It's surprising nobody would take it just to take it so that you'd have to pay them for it.
Well, I got it back when websites were a thing, and I knew people that would get a website for me because they know I don't know how to do that.
See, it's good to be liked.
It's good to have openers and treat them right and let them sell fucking ding dongs after shows, because they can also make a website for you.
Hey, before we hang
Hey.
up, let me tell you something. I tip my middle acts, okay?
You do?
Yes, of course I give them a tip because they don't make any
Comedy tips or money
No,
tips?
money. I tip the chef and I tip the fucking middle acts money. I
What do
give
you
'em-
mean? You give them $20 and you say good job?
No, I give them maybe like 50 to whatever, depends, for gas money to
Wow.
go out and drink that night.
A fun thing, I did a tour where I knew my material was fucking subpar and I needed to work shit out, and I don't have a place to do that here. So I did a tour in shitty mountain zone, fucking Fort Collins, Colorado, and Missoula, Montana, that kind of run where you go. So I was hosting and I brought 2 headliners, friends with me. So I would host and then but the fun thing I would do is I'd find out that there was a local open open micer in the audience from the owner.
Yeah.
And then I'd go, all right, your next comic is a very special guest. He's local and he's very special because he has no idea I'm about to say his name. And make him get up out of the fucking audience in 5 minutes.
Oh, fuck. Hey,
The
don't
most
forget,
fun ever.
Comedian to the Compound this weekend in Atlantic City. I'll be with Kumi and the boys.
All right.
Oh shit. Fucking Cumia. I've been saying I'll do his fucking podcast forever and I forget because it gets buried in my email that I don't check. But yeah, I gotta fucking respond to that and do his podcast.
I got to respond to the FBI for sending me that picture of him. God, fucking Anthony.
All right,
Yeah,
all
be
right,
sure to
we're
follow
done.
Jay Moore on Twitter too. JMoore37.
Yeah, what is he on Twitter?
Jay Moore 30
37.
at Jay Moore
Yeah,
37.
don't say they were fucking singing your praises, Jay Moore, and don't give them a timestamp. Make him listen to the whole 2 hours.
Yeah. Torture him.
He'll do it.
All right, you guys. All right. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Rich. Thanks to Ken Mosca and Chad.
All right. Count the votes, guys. We'll see you soon. Sign up for the Patreon.
And